What's up? Welcome back to KJ's channel. We have dentist appointments this morning, so I will run later this afternoon, and I'm out here looking at my dead bonsais. That project didn't work out too well. I am so bad with plants, I guess. But anyway, today I'm going to continue talking about our upcoming vacation, but I think this is an important thing for small church pastors to understand, and that is why don't small church pastors take vacations? I think there's several reasons, and this is something that has happened in my life. It wasn't until about 4 or 5 years ago that we started making this a priority for our family. But there's several reasons why I think I didn't take a vacation, and it probably transfers to other pastors or other people in ministry that don't do it. We just got back from the dentist office. Sharon is at the daycare covering because there's a funeral in town that the daycare people need to be at, and so Sharon's going to cover while they go to that. I was going to go to this funeral, but we decided to help cover for people that needed to be there a little bit more than we did. So, but anyway, while we were at the dentist, we were talking about our plans for vacation, and our dentist, she said something that I found would fit the vlog very good today. She said, you live in a workaholic culture when you have to justify a day off. Pastors fall into one of two categories most of the time. Either they're workaholics or they're lazy. I find that most fall into the workaholic category. They feel like they can't ever take a day off, and if they do need to take some time off, they feel like they have to justify it to the people of the church. I don't know if that's because the people of the church have made them feel that way, or it is the pastor themselves not doing that. I think for me, my situation has been that the people of the church have been very accommodating, and I've never had to justify taking a day off. But I do feel the sense of responsibility to them, and that has probably been what's caused me to not do any of that. Another issue that pastors deal with, other than just the logistics of trying to find people to cover things and make sure things happen, is there really is a fear of who's going to be in control. And I'm trying to find the best delicate way to say this. There are some churches that have power struggles. I'm not necessarily talking about that, but like in an agricultural world, say for example you have cows and you have livestock that you're taking care of. If you take off for 3 weeks and go somewhere, there's a lot of possibilities for things to go wrong. Fences that go down, cows that get stuck, water tanks that break. There's just so many different ways that things can go wrong. And I think the same is true when you're dealing with people, and in the church there's opportunities for stuff to mess up, and I think some guys are worried about that, scared about that. I know I have been in the past, but I had a friend ask me one time, KJ, whose church is this? And I said, well, it's Jesus's church, because I know the Sunday school answers. And he said, would you be okay if Jesus shuts this church or closes this church? And that hit me really hard. And as you spread that out, you start to realize that this is Jesus's business. This is his church. This is his responsibilities. And while he calls me to do certain things and to help in those areas, if I start to think that I am the only thing that holds this whole thing together and I'm the glue that keeps things going, I have messed up greatly in two areas. One is overestimating who I am, and the other one is underestimating who he is. Both are bad. Just finished up my run. It was a little bit later today because of the dentist appointments. I'm looking outside here. It looks like it might rain, but I doubt it. Oh well. But while I was running, one of the things that I thought about that I wanted to mention was that a lot of people have a misconception about the work that pastors do. And they may think, why does a pastor need a vacation? They only work 1 day a week. And that's just not true. The work is different. It's not physical. It's mental and spiritual. And really, there's no time off. At any moment, my phone could ring and it could be a crisis or an emergency or something that a church member needs. And so I'm always on call. And so you never really get that time. Another thing that I thought about was that a lot of small town pastors are bivocational, or they live like we do, which is very meagerly. And you just really can't afford to go anywhere and do anything for a vacation. I'm just throwing out ideas or reasons or thoughts of different people have for not being able to take a vacation. But my ultimate goal in this video today is to encourage you to, if you're a pastor of a small church, prioritize vacations. If you are a member of a small church, do whatever you can to encourage your pastor to take a yearly break and some time off to spend with their family. Without a doubt, though, I think one of the biggest reasons we have never really prioritized a vacation has to do with the fact that we live so far away from family. And so what tends to happen is we use our vacation to go back and see family. And so that's what we're doing this time. We're going down to North Carolina to visit family. We are going to take a trip to the Outer Banks. Sharon and I have to go to Nashville for a meeting. So really the 3 weeks that we're gone, 1 week of that I'll be doing church stuff. But, we have 2 weeks that we're going to be down there with family. And that's what we spend our time doing. So we don't really get to do like a vacation. The last time we took an actual vacation, just our family, we went away for we went away for 1 week. We went down to Denver, watched the Colorado's Rockies game, and went to the zoo. I spent a little time down there, but that makes it really, really hard. You don't really get a chance to say, hey, let's go to Hawaii, unless we're going to say, Grandma, we're not going to see you this year, which, for me is not a possibility. So, whatever the reasons, there's been a lot of guys who just don't take vacation. And I learned a few years ago that is a major, major problem. You may not think you're being burned out. And I used to even say, I want to live a life that I don't need a vacation from it. It's not about that. It's not about that at all. It has to do with spending time with your family, taking a break from all the different things that are going on so that you can enjoy some time together, experience something together. And yeah, it's very, very needed. So with that said, that's what we're going to do here in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably talk again about vacation tomorrow and another different aspect of how that fits into small church ministry. But then I'm going to talk about Pop and Pop's the only one coming this year, but Pop and Brian going out to the island, and Jeremiah getting to do that, and trying to figure out how to do something with Elijah. So stay tuned for that. Jeremiah's new skateboard came in. Here's the video of him unboxing it. And we're going to go try that out. It's sprinkling rain right now, and Sharon still isn't back, but here in a little bit, we're going to go try that new skateboard out.